Alright guys, I'm back. Continuing on with the revolver tutorial. Now, the last video ended kind of abruptly. That's because it was crashing in front of my eyes. And I actually saw it and early enough to prevent it. So now I'm just starting a song here on my iPod. And let's get back to it. So in Blender, we're on our file here with our revolver. If we go into render view, this is pretty much what we got here. Now, we used an HDRI map to do the reflections. And the advantage of it is we got this reflection. We didn't have to put a bunch of stuff around it. We only had to map one image, easy, click, click, done. And it looks good. We got a nice specular highlight coming down the barrel, like as if like there's some lights over it. Now if we jump over into the composite in fact let's go into camera view and we'll put an empty right here, or we'll call it focal E. We'll choose a camera, set its depth of field to focal E. Alright, where's focal E? Let's hide that, or let's make sure it's in the right area first. Like right there. No, we want to give it a cool like gobo or something, not just make it look all bland. So let's jump on Google. No reason to not just get creative with it instead of just having just a bland render. Bullet hole. No, we're still going to come back and do the handle, but that is a nice bullet hole, isn't it? Let's see if we can find some better ones. Now they're jostling me. Should we just use this one? Stock photos. Let's just jump on CG textures. Alright, we'll look up grounding landscapes, marbles, man-made. Let's see what gobos I got. These right here. Various. Come on. What do we got here? I'm always on here looking at broken glass textures, and the one time I need it on the tutorial, I can't find it. Alright, not under that one. Let's just try searching for glass. I got a broken. Look, here we go. Alright, I don't know what the heck was wrong with me. We'll just press Mac J, bring this up, show it Finder. Desktop icons. Alright, we'll do a plane. Scale. Alright. your movie. Uh, Actually, this probably might make it look silly, but nah. At least it's better than just it being bland. Alright, and we're gonna go and on this image, under transparency, lower the alpha, go into here under image, do colors, contrast, saturation. Alright, now let's make it just control alpha negative, reverse it, and what do we have? Hmm. How's this thing in position? It came out like that? Here, we're going to actually try it from a different angle instead of adding an image. I was going to make it look like it was like shot all over the ground, but actually we're just going to do this as a presentation kind of shot. Actually, alright, now comes the interesting part. Sorry, losing focus here. Alright, we're going to just save this. We're just going to jump over here, save as, and call this show off comp test. This is just us just messing with something else, so we're just going to make a new file of it. And we're just going to come on and apply all these modifiers. Mirror, maybe not these shrink wraps. Alright, now let's look at a render view. Does it still look the same as it did originally, all joined together now? And the answer is yes. Now I think we should make some changes to the floor. Alright, and this is just going to be our render image. And I think that'll do. It's actually coming off pretty quick too. Um, Alright, I'm just increasing my samples here. Now what I'm going to do is duplicate it just like that. And I'm going to make a modifier, shrink wrap to red barrel, offset 0.1, keep above surface, and texture mode is wire. Alright, let's see why it's. Let's see, nearest surface point. Sure it's slowing down. It's because of all the verts. We got a ton of verts in this. Alright, we're gonna move the wire layer too. So we got layer 1, layer 2. Alright, and we'll just control I, move all this to layer 0. Just get rid of all that. Alright. Alright, and on this, for the materials, we're actually going to remove them all. Give this a new one, call it wire. There's going to be a wire material with an emit of 0.5. Just take my word for it. Turn off the specularity. We'll make it a blue wireframe. Cool blue wireframe. Alright. And this, well, let's reveal this. We'll take these two lights, this camera, these empties, and M, Shift 2, and now both layers share these same things. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we can go over here under, we can jump that up to 100, choose layers, render layer 1, gun, render layer 1, call this one wire gun. That's layer 2. Gun wire combo. Get us a specular and AO pass. On this one, give this one an AO pass and a specular. We might play with a wall. Now that should do it. Do I got my bumped up to 100? Yeah. Let me pause the recorder and I'm gonna render it out. Alright guys, now I'm back. I've rendered out the image, and this is what we got. Now I'm going to go ahead and hover over this and press F3, save that to my desktop as Pistola Magnifico 1, because I like that one. That's just a good initial image right there to start with. We still need to work on that handle, but we can come back and do that. We're going to jump over into the compositor, and let's get started now. Let's go ahead and put a backdrop. There's our wire view of the gun. If we hold Control and Shift, there's our wire and gun combo. It appears that we didn't get a couple of parts combined here. So let's go back and check on this gun. Hmm. Let's see. We could probably still accomplish what we're after with just that. So let's see what we got here. Now the AO, we could play with that, multiply it on there, you know, blah blah blah. But let's see. We're gonna just start off normalizing our Z. Not like that. Vector normalize. Hook it up to our Z. Connect it up, and that's what that looks like. So we got a nice gradient. Now we're gonna connect our image up to a do nothing. You know. Now for this, we're gonna connect. We're gonna delete that one. Copy this. Copy the do nothing to this. And now we're gonna put in a converter color ramp, and we're just gonna get these colors a little bit more controlled in the gradients we want. And what are we going to do with that exactly, you're wondering? We put a mix here, and we put this here, and we get that. But if we connect this up as a factor, we got a whole different creation here. And you see, as we grab the black and drag it, we can control how much of the wire takes over the actual image. And this is just a technique that I like to use, but for some reason the wire isn't all the way around the barrel here, so I don't really like that a whole lot. Like, that's bothering me. I mean, it's not around this whole bullet casing thing, you know? And so that could bring a problem into our plans, so let's just make it start at the barrel. Alright. And that's what we got there. We'll stick with that. So let's go ahead and start improving the color. So Shift A, color, color balance. This thing makes magic happen. We start jumping over into the blues, and we immediately start seeing some issues with too much blue. Let's see. My computer's a little slow to respond to this node. Alright, let's see. Let's look at the original image. And that one actually looks pretty good. So how would we want to put a gradient in there, you know? Let's just go here, and I'm going to show you all how to make this this time. And then after a while, y'all are just going to see me import this because I'm getting tired of making this. We'll put a mix here. We'll connect up, and we're just going to make a quick vignette. Vignettes are starting to get kind of played out for me. I need new, exciting things happening. Put a converter, math, change this to greater than, and then that's what we have so far. Greater than 0. Then we add a filter. Connect this up here. You see my screen's distorting pretty bad during this. I just endure it. I mean, pretty much all this does is just put a black ring around the image, and all this does is separate it. I mean, it's pretty... Alright, now with all these, we're just going to drag them up, undo projector, and now we're going to actually duplicate these like that. Alright, delete this, and we're going to put in a crop. We're going to connect a crop up to it instead. Change this to relative 1, 1. Let's see what we got here. Let's start on left. Alright. Now it's distorting really bad. So we're going to select all of those and press G to put them together. Tab to go into this group. We're going to connect this here. Call this crop vignette. Call this one vignette. And the way I grouped them was I just pressed Alt and G, and we're just going to call this vignette. And that's it. Now we have this little node here that does all the stuff we need it to. So now we go back to our image, and we put a color balance, overlay, set it to be affected by this color ramp, and now when we connect it, we can apply, you know, just colors just to that specific part of the image. Now, you might be wondering what we made the crop and the vignette for. Well, that's coming too. So we'll just minimize that, and we'll add another color balance. And we're going to hit the same color ramp, but this time we're going to hit it with an invert. This way we can edit the other parts that have not been messed with yet. Save it, because Blender's looking a little unstable. And let's hit this with a tinted blue. And subtle changes, as you can see, reflect a lot better in this picture than getting all crazy with the color mixing here. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix, multiply. We're gonna multiply it with the vignette. Looks like I named them wrong, because this one's the correct one. I want to darken it from the other side though. Alright. And I think we'll call it quits there. Video's getting kind of long. Time to move on to using the gun now.